Here we are out with the monster Aosenma FPV. We got the egg cam on it and freshly charged battery off the B6 charger. I want to see what type of flight time we're gonna get. Also, that's why we're out here. See that sky? I want to try to get that from the air and see if we can get an epic shot. The sun is setting and this is one of my favorite times to fly. See what type of footage we get. So alright, we're gonna put this on my head and we're gonna turn our controller on first. Gonna make sure this switch is on 2, this switch is on 1. Turn that on. Everything's lit. Plug this in. Those two go out. These two will take a little while to get your camera on. If you have it, there's a little button underneath here. Press that. Blue light, SD card. I'm hoping the camera holds out for me. I didn't charge it before I came out here. Same thing with the monitor. I didn't charge that before I came out here, so hopefully they hold out for me at least long enough to get what I was getting. And we're going to search. That button there is the search for the FPV signal. Searching. You can hear somebody off with a quad, and there we go. So we still got these lights not out yet, but I'm pretty confident I don't need them. I'm not going to fly that crazy away from myself. So here we go. And I haven't calibrated that just because I really haven't left. Like, this has been the only spot that I've been flying in. So the calibration of this drone should be set to almost this exact spot because I think that's where I've been taken off from. So we got the controller that's gone out. The GPS on the drone itself has not gone out yet. But again, I don't feel we need that. The inner button here is what's going to start recording. So we're going to start recording. You can see zeros up here now, 1, 2, 3, and if this does do a front flip, it's because it needs to be calibrated, and I should have done it before. And we have GPS off now, so we are going up. And as I said, it doesn't need the GPS, or it doesn't need to be calibrated because, again, this is where I've been flying. So we are going up. Oh yeah, let's put this up over here. That should sit. It's not sitting yet. Let's see. There we go. Now she's sitting, and let's get this up. Let's see. Nope, let's go forward. I'm going to show you exactly what I'm trying to catch on this video. I could do this by sight. If I put an action camera on top of this, I could do this by sight. I know what the drone sees for the most part, but let's see here. And she's sitting not quite high enough. We're going to go higher with this. Trying to show you what this is seeing. I have the nose pitched down, so you're not going to see that sky yet. But right there, we should start seeing that sky. Maybe tilt back a little bit. Yeah, that's. I'm going to get a decent shot off that. I'm going to pull still off this. If you were on drone days, you'll be able to see the still that I'm putting on. If you're just on my YouTube, maybe I'll load this video for y'all. Bam, look. See that on the FPV monitor? That's kind of what I was going to catch. And I want to tilt down just a little bit here. We're going to go up again. We're going to climb up in some altitude. And she's drifting to the left just a little bit. I have a little bit of wind. We'll pull back a little. Bam. That's exactly what I want. We're just going to fly over this way. So right now, just in case that camera decides to go out, and actually we're going to bring this towards ourselves. It's getting away from me just a little bit. Right now I'm going to stop the footage. Oh, that was good too. I'm going to stop the footage just so it's saved to the SD card. I'm going to restart the footage here, guys. Why am I doing that? It's saving my work. Because I did not charge this camera prior to coming out. I didn't charge the FPV monitor, and I want to make sure I got footage. And yeah, we're going to have nice footage here. I'm going to dart forward. I'm going to try to show you this. This is kind of hard to do watching the drone and watching the FPV screen. I'm darting forward. We're going to pan this way. And you can see right there, that's the sky that I want. But to get a little bit better, we're going to tilt backwards. tilt backwards, and I'm getting the color that I want. And that's almost perfect. That's beautiful. I can't wait to pull that when I go home. This is part of the reason why I fly, guys. I like flying, but I also like the pictures. I love taking pictures, even out of the drone world. I'm big into abandoned stuff. I'm big into life. And there, that just got it again. So again, I'm going to save my work with this button right here. We're going to press that. As you can see, the numbers have gone away. We're going to press this again. And bam. Okay, so I have no FPV screen here. It's a good thing I just saved my work because I'm pretty positive my camera just went out, which we will be able to see in 2 minutes when I bring this down. And if it did, that will prove that'll prove my story to you guys. If I didn't save any of that and the camera went out, there's a good possibility I'd have nothing when I went home. I know a lot of guys, well, why stop and start? Why stop and start? Well, this is going to be key reason. We're going to bring this down, and yeah, I still have no FPV, so that's a good indicator to me that that camera went out. And again, my fault. I didn't plan on flying this. I was kind of playing with my B6 charger, and just wanted to charge up the battery and whatnot. Look at that sky, guys. That sky is amazing. Look at that. But we're going to bring this back, and we're going to get right underneath this. As I said, there's no light underneath that head camera anymore, so it went out. And if I didn't save twice, I wouldn't have got any of that. So we're going to turn this off. We don't need that anymore. We're going to bring this down. We're going to try to set this right there so I get a shot of the drone and what's behind it, so I could pull a still off of that. And I'm actually going to take my head cam off and drop this down a little bit. That way I can see exactly what I got here. And yeah, just part of amazing. That sky is ridiculous. It's one of the nicer skies that I've seen in a long time. We're going to go ahead and yaw her this way. And again, I'm holding my hat cam now because I'm trying to get a nice shot. I'm trying to get a nice still. We're going to put this up here. Yeah. So, sick look at the Aosenma flying. And the sky behind her. Sickness all day. But we're pushing. My head cam says like 747 right now, which we probably had like a minute or two intro into flying here. So we're just gonna fly this around, see what type of flight time we got off of a fully charged battery. The battery is a 7.4 volt battery. The IMAX charger charges up to 8.4 volts. Not sure exactly what the technical details is of that. I know it's charging each cell. It's doing each cell balanced, so maybe that has something to do with that. But I'm anticipating a longer flight time than I normally got. Normally off of the basic charger or even my speed charger that claims to be balanced, which isn't digital, I was getting 10 to 13 minutes on this. And this claims to hit 18 minutes off manufacturer. So we're going to say the manufacturer probably lied a little bit, and this should see, hypothetically, for a 3,000 milliamp an hour battery, this should see easy 15 minutes. So we're going to see if we get that right now. And I'm not voicing over. Look at that sky, guys. I'm not voicing over this. I'm talking as I'm flying here. So I don't know what this is going to get. And again, GPS hold works on this. Obviously, you can see we've increased altitude just a little bit, and then it holds. It's stuck. It's held. This is a good drone if you know how to fly it. This is a good drone if you do your pre-flight inspections on it. If you want a drone with features, you want a brushless drone, we got low voltage here. So let's see. We're at just about 10 minutes. Nope. I wonder why that did that. Maybe that was interference from something. Because my lights on the drone are still good now. They're not red, and my lights are there good. So I don't know what that was. That could have been interference from something. Not quite sure. So we're just going to kind of cruise around here. I want to see what type of max flight time we're going to get. This is not an aggressive flight whatsoever. I am dealing with a little bit of wind, so the drone itself is constantly having to pitch against the wind slightly. It's not much. It's like a 2 to 3 mile an hour wind. And again, GPS drone. Don't let nobody tell you this ain't a GPS drone. The GPS doesn't work well. If the GPS doesn't work well, you either got a defective drone or you don't know how to fly the drone. You don't know how to calibrate the drone. See here? If you see that light blinking in there, GPS on there. Go ahead and bring this down. Try not to cut myself here. You see the light right there? The light underneath my finger? That's the GPS light for the module. For the antenna on top of it. They're both blinking, they both work. All these lights on this, the greens, the reds, the blues, that's what you should have. If any of those are blinking, then you probably don't have GPS locked or there's something going on. Your front lights, your front LEDs on the front, if those are blinking, I believe that means your GPS is not locked on. Once the GPS locks on, those lights will go steady. You should have all steady lights when you're flying this drone. If you jump the gun and you want to fly this a little prematurely like I've done, if the GPS has not hit, and there, it's starting to get red. And bring this towards ourselves, see if those lights go out. Might be low voltage time. Eventually, if I don't bring this down, it will sit itself. I'm just trying to see if those lights are going to go out. I'm going to take my head cam off, see what time we're at here. We're at 11 minutes and 38 seconds. So the charger itself probably gave it more balanced charge, maybe a couple more times, and this will fly a little bit longer, or it's just conditioned to a poor charger. And again, we're going to show you here. Those blinking red lights, low voltage. Blinking red light and beeping, low voltage. So we're gonna let this hang. Just gonna let it hang. See if we could push a little bit more time out of it. And again, this was an aggressive flight. It was not an aggressive flight. If this was more aggressive, then so we're at 12 minutes 21 seconds. Look, it's sitting itself down. We're going to hold down, just shut the motors off. So we got 1232. That's the low voltage sound. And look, we got 1232 on this, and that's with the egg cam underneath drawing a little bit of a power. Not too much power, but a little bit of power from the servo wire. So I'm going to say it's about average from the other chargers, but it charged quicker. So that's definitely a plus. Guys, I'm J-Drone. We'll shut this beeping off. If you haven't subscribed, please do. This is one of my favorite drones. Not really with the egg cam setup, but that's just what I had on it, and I wanted to go out and fly. As you can see, we are blinking here. We are not 100% set to fly. We do have constant lights on that because we are locked on the GPS. Underneath, that's what we look like there. Very bright drone. All right, guys, if you haven't subscribed, please do. And if you want an Aosenma, I got a few to get rid of. Check me out on Facebook. Later.